All right, let's um so add to show. I'm gonna add oh how are you?
Good, how are you? Congratulations, it's out.
It's out. I know. All this like time and work and emails and recording and videos and it's like, oh my gosh, finally everybody can hear it.
I know, I'm so excited.
So excited. It's so good to see you.
Ew, I like just opened my eyes. I'm like still squinting.
Yeah, I mean it's early there. I'm actually a little bit farther east, so it's like almost 11 o'clock here, which is much more like my waking hours.
That makes me
So
feel better because you look really beautiful and put together. And I'm like, wow, she's an early riser.
no, I'm not. Are you a night owl? I definitely am.
I'm a night owl. Yeah, I was up to like 3:30 and then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to wake up in like 5 hours.
Do you feel like it's a creativity thing?
Yeah, I do actually. I think a lot of the times my best ideas come in the middle of the night.
Yeah, seriously, I feel the same way. And I'm not sure why. It's almost like the whole world, it feels like it's quiet and there's
Mhm.
like not as many things like kind of hitting you or bothering you or telling you you're supposed to
Yeah,
do something. It almost feels like free time that's like all
yeah.
mine, you know?
I agree, and I think that there's like some people that get that by waking up early, and then there's some people that get that by going to bed late. But it's the same time
Yeah.
frame. That's
I
quiet.
That's a good point. It's like just what are you? Are you early bird or night owl? And
Mhm.
I've always, no matter how much I've tried, I just cannot flip the clock.
Same.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
probably go back to sleep after this.
good for you. Yeah, get that little shut eye. Your body needs it.
Yeah, a
I
little
feel like
nap.
it's so funny. I just feel like we're so similar. Like after, once I met you and we like vibed in the studio and like we're practicing together, like I was just like, this she's my girl. This is a soul
Yeah,
sister right here. Um and
yeah,
that's so special because we've both collaborated with a lot of people and sometimes it's literally like the collab happens, you respect each other and then you
yeah.
move on and then other people it's just like you really vibe with and you never know until you like get in the room and so it's always really special when I have a collaborator that I really connect with.
Yay. Yeah, it's been such a fun process and it's been so cool to like see you in your element and like see you're such a visionary, and it's been really cool, especially with the music video process. It was so amazing to like watch you do your thing because it. I also felt like, oh my god, like she reminds me so much of me when I'm on set, and even when you came over to like show me the video and you were like finding out that you edit everything, I was just like, oh my god, we really are so relatable. It's relatable.
Yeah. Oh, I should share that with everybody. So that was one of the coolest things for me too. And so a lot of you guys in the comments, you guys know that I edit my own music videos. I always will. And when I went to show Royal the video, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I love to edit. So I usually have tons of notes." And then you were so complimentary, and it meant so much more to me because then you told me you're an editor. And so when you liked the edit,
Mhm.
I'm like, it just meant so much more. And I just think that's
Yeah.
so cool that you do it because you've just always done it, or is it something you enjoy? Or like what's the reason that you edit your own content?
Okay, I love editing video. I think it's so fun, but I also am totally controlling and I don't like letting other people do it for me because I feel like I've tried so many times to let other people do it and it will never be what I see in my head.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so cool to watch the video for the first time because I was like, usually I have a lot of notes because of maybe how I look or how I feel like I look in the edit. And so it was really cool because I feel like you did such a good job of making everybody look so great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's just such a fun thing to do. I feel like it's the finishing part of the process of making music videos, which is one of my favorite things on earth to do. And why would I not want to be a part of that process as well? I want to
Yeah.
like see it through to the very end, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I just also want to give Ryan a huge shout out of just like how cool you are because, you know, after many collaborations, like sometimes people really don't want to lean in. And we all have our own reasons for the way we do things, the processes we do, and that's fine. But so sometimes you literally will work with an artist and their team will tell you you can have them for 2 hours on the music video day, and you're just like, oh,
Mhm.
what can I possibly do with an artist in 2 hours? And but when I reached out to Royal and I was like, hey, like here's an idea, and I kind of left it at like, how much would you want to be involved? And you were like, I'd love to learn choreo. I'd love to lean in. Like
Mhm.
I can be there all day. I can come to rehearsal. And I was just like, oh my gosh, someone who's like excited about this and ready to like really go for it. And you put in the
Yeah.
time, you practiced before you even came to rehearsal. Like I just like so much respect and just appreciation for you being willing to like put yourself into my world and then make it your world. Like that's just a really cool, like that says a lot about you as a person and as an artist, and I appreciated it so much.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I was just so excited to be included, and it was so fun. Like, I had so much more fun getting to do the choreo with you and the girls than I feel like I even would have had just showing up for a couple hours to sing my parts. Like, I got
Yeah.
to really be a part of it, and that was so enjoyable for me. So, thank you for having me because it was so fun. Every day that we were working together was so fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every step of the way was like just like a little like,
Mhm.
oh, well, that was great. You always hope for the
Mhm.
best, but then it was like, well, that was even better than I hoped it would be.
Yep,
Um,
totally.
I'm curious. I actually never got to talk to you about like how did you feel when you heard the song for the first time, and what was it that made you be like, I do like this song? Because how our collaboration came to be was I wrote the song, and then it's always a little bit scary when you write a song and you realize you love it, but you don't know who is going to sing it. You're like, there's a very huge important part here, and I need to
Mhm.
find now the missing puzzle piece. And when we sent it to you, it was a genuine like, I hope she loves it because your voice is so unique and so special, and your style. I was like, she is so cool. You're almost like in an artistic way. I felt like you were the yin to my yang. We're so
Mhm.
different, but so similar. And this album's all about like duality, like some,
Mhm.
contrast and the beauty of contrast. And so, anyways, I'll stop talking. I want to hear like,
Yeah.
what was it that made you be like, yeah, I want to do this?
Okay, so obviously I've told you this before, but I've always been a fan. So I was very excited when my team told me that you had a song that you wanted me to hear. So already I was going into it very excited, but I was not expecting to hear what I heard because it felt so different from everything that I've heard of yours previously. And I think the reason that it hit me as strongly as it did was because of my shift this year. I think I've been
Mm.
in a little bit of a darker place mentally and emotionally, and I've been sort of going through it the past couple years. And I really like one of my goals this year was to write music that had more of a positive impact on people and how they felt because I think a lot of my music has been centered around that darkness for a few years. And so to pull up the song and immediately hear the lyrics and sort of like it hit me so hard in the chest. And I was like,
Mm.
I need to sing this. Like it felt so true to where I was at. And it felt just like this really badass, inspiring, like, be your best self, girl. And I
Yeah.
loved it. It felt so just so true. And I was with one of my best girlfriends at the time too, who's like a really spiritual, beautiful. She's always sort of been like my outer gold, if that makes
Yeah. Oh,
always like
yes.
been a light in my life. And so I just remember her like being on the other side of the room and I was like, oh, I gotta do some work stuff. And I had pulled it up and her head even immediately turned and was like, what is this? Like, this is amazing. Are you gonna sing this? And I was like, I think I am. And she was like, so it was a cool moment for sure, for me
Oh,
for the first time.
that
Yeah.
is so cool. And I just really do feel like life brings you what you are channeling. Like, and so the fact that you're like, I've been channeling this exact message, and then randomly this is the time that I wrote something, and out of the zeitgeist, you popped into my universe, and I was like, her, like
Mhm,
it's like I
mhm.
just believe so strongly in the power of like whether you want to call it manifesting or
Yeah.
intention, or like you attract what you are. It's just so interesting. And I think that your music has spoken to people in such a powerful way because you shared your struggle and the shadow part of yourself or the dark things
Yeah.
that you really deal with. And I think that's going to make the message that you're now like deciding, like, this is the new era, this is where you're currently at, or this is what you're putting into the world. I think it's gonna make it so much stronger because you've shared that, like, yeah, I didn't become light and sparkly and colorful,
Right.
like, just by being born. Like, it's something that we all have to like actually intentionally work for.
Yeah.
And anyways, I think the journey of your music and like how many people have connected with you through the things you've shared to bring them into this new chapter is gives me like chills to think about.
Thanks. I'm really excited, and I feel like this is such a good first little bit of this new era because this song is so inspiring, and I think it's just gonna lead in so perfectly to everything else that's gonna come this year. So
I
I'm
can't wait to
excited.
see what you do next. By the way, Royal and the Serpent, I'm so excited for you. You're going on tour with Avril Lavigne and All Time Low. All Time Low, they're
So
buddies of
excited.
mine. And
Yeah,
and then Avril Lavigne is just like the queen. I love her. So
excited.
I'm gonna come. I don't know where I'm gonna
You have
catch
to,
it,
yeah.
but I'm going to come and see your show because I'm a fan. I'm a friend. I have to see it. So I'm gonna find you on the road. But everybody, just so you know, you got to catch her show live.
Thanks. Thanks. I can't wait to see your show. I've been seeing it now online and tidbits of it forever, and I'm so excited because you're playing my favorite venue in
Which
LA.
one?
The
Oh,
Greek
the Greek.
is my
Well,
favorite venue of all time.
you have to come to the Greek and perform with us. I mean, you can also go and watch if you want, but I would just die if you came on stage.
I'd love to. Are you kidding?
How
Are you?
fun would that be?
I would love to. Yeah, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna
Okay.
freak.
Yeah, let's freak out. Let's do it. That would be so
Okay,
awesome to do that. And
cool.
honestly, the Greek is, I think, my top, like literally top five venues that I've ever played.
Mhm.
So I was very excited when I was like, we're going back. We're going back to the Greek. Um,
It's the coolest place.
yeah. Awesome. When do you have new stuff coming out? Because I know you just released a song with Gail. So are you kind
Mhm.
of in the process right now of like the new album is coming or the new project is coming?
Yeah, I have a lot of work to do still on it, and I have a lot of songs to finish up. But I'd like to start releasing something in the next couple of months, and then hopefully rolling it out and having the actual album come out at the end of the year. That's kind of like my hopeful timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple more surprises up my sleeve over the next couple months before I start dropping stuff from the album. But
Okay. Well, I'll
I'll just
stay
leave
tuned.
that at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna drop that there and leave it for everybody to munch on.
Mhm,
So cool. Okay, we're about to jump over. Everybody, again, thanks for joining us today.
mhm.
So excited for you to see this music video. It's very different from any music video I think I've ever done. I think it's but I'm excited to see what you guys glean from it, what it means to you. So please write in the comments like what you think it means, you know, personally for you as you watch it. And then with the last like minute, I would love to hear what was your favorite thing from the music video experience, like on set. What was like a moment that stands out to you? It was like, oh, that was cool, or that was funny, or
Um, I think it broke up. Can you
okay.
say whatever you just said again?
Oh, I was just saying with our last minute, like, was there a moment on set that made you be like, that you remember as like, oh, that was really funny, or that stands out to me as a cool moment? Like, is there anything that's like, that was a moment for you?
Oh my gosh, the whole thing was such a moment for me. There was definitely like a couple times where we were like shooting BTS things, and we were like getting asked questions, and we had these like little funny bonding moments where we'd be like dancing in the corner, and your BTS person would be like shooting us like being kind of goofy, and it just felt so like I don't know, to be like in such a professional setting and being like having to like run the choreo over and over and then to like get those little break moments were really cool and special to me for
Yeah,
sure.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I have the clip actually already like cut out in my timeline for like export for like that was a fun moment. Like I gotta put that
Yeah.
out there because it was so
Yeah.
cute. We were both just I think we were dancing of like what dance move came to mind with the song, and we were both. I remember this was yours.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good.
Awesome.
So
Well, so good to see you. I mean, you're just a joy, and I look forward to
yeah.
seeing you in person again soon. But until then, I'm gonna end the stream. We're all gonna be jumped right over, so everybody just stay on this, and it's just gonna kick us all into the premiere. So enjoy.
Cool.
Love you all. Love you, Ryan. And
Love you.
we'll see you guys on the other side.